Hi, John Allies here. This is my second episode of the Ankle Fusion My Journey. And I'm a week, 5 days after my appointment at the hospital, which was 2 weeks after the operation. So I went to the hospital on Monday, 2 weeks after the operation. They took off my back slab plaster um, and opened it up, had a look at the wound. The wound was fine, there was no seeping, there was no inflammation, there was no infection. They were really pleased with it. And they then proceeded to take out the staples in my wound, which wasn't too bad. A little bit painful at times, but not too bad. And then they dry dressed it, and then I went off to be plastered. And I've now got a full plaster, so that's a complete enclosing of my ankle and my lower leg. And to be quite honest, it feels a lot better now. It's quite robust and it's quite solid, and it gives you a little bit more confidence. So that was good. I guess the other good thing was that Mr. El Kawi, who's my surgeon, said that I should come back in 6 weeks, and he hopes that at that point, if the x-rays are okay, that he can take the plaster off and I can go into boots. So that's much quicker than I thought. So that would be 8 weeks in total from the operation, which is great. He also said that in 4 weeks' time, which would be 6 weeks after the operation, I can start to put a little bit of weight on my right leg, 2 weeks prior to the 8-week x-ray. I think I'm going to see how I feel and probably won't do that, but I think I'd rather give it more time. But even so, that seems a lot quicker than I'd hoped. I've got a picture for anybody who's squeamish. You might want to look away the moment. This is a picture of my foot, and you can see there are actually three incisions. One along the top, which is the longest, where they did the majority of the operation. One along the inside of my ankle, remember it's my right ankle, where they chipped away some of the bone. I think that's mainly cosmetic. And then you can't see it, but on the other side, another small incision. Okay, anybody who's squeamish can come back and look now. So far, I've had no pain. And being really careful. Everything seems okay at the moment. I'm working on crutches. A good tip I was given was to try and get an extra crutch. So I've actually now got 3 crutches, and I leave one upstairs, because otherwise you have to carry a crutch when you go upstairs or downstairs. If you leave one at the top and one at the bottom, then you only have to use one to go up, and then you've got one at the top, and then you leave it there and you use one to come down, and you've got one at the bottom. So really good tip somebody gave me. I'm sleeping pretty well. I'm still keeping my leg inclined, elevated all the time, as much as I can anyway. Which is it's a bit of a hassle, but it's more of a hassle for my partner who's having to look after me, to be quite honest. I'm also giving myself these anticoagulant injections, and I started giving them in my leg. But I've actually now moved to just putting them in a roll of fat on my tummy, and I think that's a lot better. The thought of it is I don't really want to do that, but actually it doesn't hurt at all. And I think I've done 12 or 13 of those, so I'm more than halfway through. So I don't think there's anything else to add, actually, to be quite honest. I'm pleased with the way things have gone. I can move my toes, I can feel everything, I'm not in any pain. Massively frustrated because my mobility is basically zero. I've not actually been out of the house for 3 weeks, and I'm intending to get on my crutches and just go down the local shops. We're in lockdown, so I can't do anything, but literally it'll be about 500 yards. I'm just going to get some exercise and get some fresh air. So that'll be the first time I've been out. But I'm actually working now. I'm lucky that I work, mainly on a computer screen and at home. So I'm working and I'm concentrating, and I'm fully operational at this point. Exercise-wise, I've started to do some exercises, and I checked with the surgeon that was okay, and he encouraged it. So I'm just doing basically leg exercises. So for my hip and for my thigh, and a little bit for my, mainly for my thigh, I guess. And that's trying to maintain some of the muscle, although obviously it will atrophy over the ensuing weeks. But also, because of the exercise, it actually increases blood flow, which supposedly helps healing as well. So I'm doing that. I'm also, because I'm doing nothing at all from a CV point of view, I'm also started doing some upper body weights. So I'm doing some weights just really to try and do something, as much mental as it is physical, to be quite honest. But generally really good. Everything seems to be going the right way. I'm going to sign off now, and I'll probably do my next episode after that next 6 weeks, so a total of 8 weeks after the operation, where I hope to have had the plaster off and had an X-ray and been a boot. Okay, cheers now, bye bye.